Welcome back. Several farmers in the Bultfontein and Hoopstad areas in the Free State say recent rains have washed away their crops and caused extensive damage to roads. Rain continues to fall across the Free State this week. Farmers are hoping the showers will cease, allowing them to plant sunflowers before February. They say delays in planting could affect the quality of a crop. SABC News reporter Makhala Masiteng has more on the story. Very good morning to you, Makhala. What can you tell us about the story?
Good morning, Desiree. Yes, it is indeed. The rain has been falling since around December last year in the Free State. Although farmers are very happy that it has been raining after experiencing severe drought for over 5 years now. But there are some challenges now, as you said, in areas like Bultfontein and Hoopstad, where this rain is really limiting farmers in terms of movement, because I understand that even the roads are not in good condition, so they are not able to move, even to go to their fields to attend to their plants. That's what is happening. But in some areas, of course, they are happy because this good rains is really helping in terms of grazing for animals, like in areas like in Boshoff. You will remember, Desiree, that last year farmers, the fire rather, wreaked havoc in those areas where farmers lost a lot, for over 200 million rands in that area. But with me here, I'm joined by the Free State Agriculture Manager, Jack Armour, who will take us through what the impact of rain has been in the Free State. But later on, we will be going to some of these areas that have been affected, just to show the viewers what is happening on the ground. But now I'm joined by Jack Armour. Jack, thank you very much for joining us. Just take us through the damage that has been caused by these heavy rainfalls.
Okay. Yeah, I think the damage is mainly limited to the crop growing areas. The farmers are obviously very happy for the rain in the velds. But the main damage, yes, there were 5 or 6 houses that were flooded. There were some silos and sheds that got water damaged, the crops and the seed and everything that was stored in them. But the main damage has been the roads themselves. I think from many years of neglect and not proper maintenance of the gravel roads by the roads department, the roads have become the river now, the channel by which all the water runs down. And that has caused the roads to really deteriorate badly. Now with these floods, there are roads that have washed away, that are impassable. So now the farmers are stuck on their farms. Tractors, lorries that are trying to deliver seed and chemicals and fertilizer and stuff are getting stuck in the roads and rolling, falling into the ditches and stuff. So the roads is a huge problem for the farmers, especially in the Western Free State. This morning we got reports through from Parys area where the roads are impassable. So the farm workers, children, the people that need to get to town to go and buy food, and then also the crops. Well, it's mainly wheat that's been harvested at the moment, specifically in the Central Free State, Rates, Arlington, Lindley area. The farmers cannot get into their lands to harvest the wheat that was actually ready to harvest before Christmas already, but because of the wet conditions they couldn't go in, and now some of that wheat is now starting to sprout in the air and causing huge losses to the potential yield of that wheat. In the Hoopstad and Bultfontein areas, the farmers are saying that it looks like 20 to 30% losses, where lands where the crop is failing because of the waterlogged conditions in the lands. The late plantings are specifically suffering a lot. Sunflower, beans and maize that are still small, they're taking a lot of strain in the waterlogging conditions. But the taller early plantings of maize, they can withstand a little bit of waterlogging, but also not too much. We're happy for the sun that's coming out now a little bit, but the weather forecasts predict a lot more rain. The dams are filled up, the rivers are pushing up, and the sad thing is the roads are now being the rivers and they are now washing away.
But now, despite those challenges, I'm also referring to the areas like Boshoff. They really suffered during that time of fire. How is the condition currently?
The veld is coming on beautifully. It's with this wonderful rain that we've had since before December, and then that Boshoff-Varsoville area that suffered tremendously due to the fires. The veld is coming back beautifully, so the farmers are very blessed over there. The livestock farmers are all very happy. They're saying that the rains, their veld is looking beautiful. In the flays and stuff, there are fences that have washed away and things like that. But as soon as the rain goes down, the farmers can go in there and try and fix their fences again.
In the Free State, we've been experiencing drought for over 5 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
In terms of food production, how is this year with all those rainfalls that have started since last year, December?
Yeah, the droughts were in the Hoopstad, Bultfontein area specifically from 2015. 2017 was a very good year, and then 2018 was dry again. And at the moment, it's one of the best years that we are expecting, from the plantings and from the growth. We had nice early rains in October, November already, so a lot of farmers could start planting early. So there's a lot of maize that got into the ground. In the drought years from 2015 and stuff, the rains only came in January, so the farmers could only plant very late, taking a risk and losing their crop because of frost, which also thankfully stayed away. But this was an ideal planting year with the rains coming early. But now with these floods, those areas, Hoopstad, Bultfontein, are expecting maybe a 20 to 30% loss in their yields.
Thank you very much. That is Jack Armour, Free State Agriculture Manager, just taking us through the impact of the heavy rainfalls in the Free State. Of course, at some areas they are really jubilant farmers in terms of grazing, and even those who planted earlier on, it is really good for the crops. But for those who planted later on, plants are really suffering because now water is locked, like the soil is soaked, but what is needed is that the rain must just break a little bit so that there will be oxygen for those plants. But we will move from here, Desiree. We are going to those farms that have been affected just to see the impact of these heavy rainfalls. As he did mention, Jack Armour, that the roads are not in good conditions because they are flooded, and also the plants. But we will take you through that later on today. Desiree?
Thank you so much, Makhala, for that update. And now to the eastern